in the studio, Sarah Kelly. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
And you brought someone with you.
Yes, I brought my Swedish husband.
And you guys are newlyweds.
Yes, 6 months. You have to excuse us for like, oh, nah, nah, nah.
I got to watch some of the footage from the new DVD, CD combo that you have out.
Yes.
That you filmed live.
It's a beautiful thing because it's in front of a lot of people that aren't Christians. It's more of a rock festival. And it's just awesome to see people that maybe you don't think are going to be okay with talking about God and stuff. I mean, they're worshiping with me by the end of this thing. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, you talk about worship evangelism at your website, and you talk about, I'm not necessarily trying to win them in the sense that we probably talked about that as Christians, you know, through the past 100 years.
No altar calls, none of the old things that used to, like our generation, the 18 to 35-year-olds are really, they're onto that. They know. You can't trick them into accepting Christ. It's got to be from a very honest, genuine, broken place. Yeah.
And we got a great call from a listener who said you've been so inspiring to her and her husband, and they've started a band and they're leading worship, and she just is blown away by what God is doing through your music, and it's really inspired their music, which I think is cool.
I do believe that everybody writes music. I do. I believe that with all my heart. We started 2 piano schools in Southern California. And part of our call, we feel, is to help the church write its own songs.
Let's pretend we have a captive audience here, and they're standing here, and they've got big eyes, and they say, I want to write a song.
You got it.
What do they do?
I say, start singing, start playing 4 chords on a guitar or on a piano. Don't get complicated. 4 chords, simple. Start singing some la-las. If you can remember the la-las the next day, then they're good enough. If you can't, they weren't very good, move on. Get a new la-la. We have a natural hook detection in us. I mean, if we can remember something, it's good.
Right.
Some people overcomplicate songwriting. Then open up your journal, be honest. Don't forget the truth side of spirit and truth, which is what I believe is missing in the church. I love the church, but it's getting glossy out there. You know, the truth side of standing in the middle of your failures, too, as well as what you wish you were. Yeah. You know? But standing right in the middle of all the junk, everything, and worshiping the truth side of spirit and truth, letting people know through your words that you're not perfect, that you don't think you are, that you're worshiping from a weak place, and then you have a song.
You have been through a lot over the past couple years, and having your new husband Jonas here is a great segue into saying that you also share about some of the tough times you've been through.
Yeah, I come from an abusive past, and I talk about it pretty openly. Just letting girls know that they're not alone. I mean, you would be surprised how much this happens. 1 out of 4. And I mean, I grew up in a Christian home, and I was the least likely candidate for this, and I still ended up in a physically abusive situation where hospitals weren't uncommon, and trying to figure out, do I love someone through this? Do I leave? How do I please God? It's a very, very tricky one, and honestly, even a lot of churches don't take a stand on it, so it's a very hard thing to work through as a woman. And I talk a little bit about it, just to let those girls that have experienced it or heaven forbid, but will experience it at some point in their life, maybe they can remember me and remember that I've been through something that is so embarrassing, and that I would tell them so that they can remember that someone else has been through it and made it through. And not only that, but I'm in Joel 2:25 right now. That's history, okay? Like, I'm in Joel 2:25 that says that he will restore unto you the years that have been stolen from you. And I am there. I mean, like, Jonas and I are truly, I am loved. I am so loved. I can't believe I get to tell you that. Yeah. You know, like, me coming from such dysfunction, an addiction to self-hate that was so deep, I am loved, and God is faithful. I used to hope he would be faithful, and now I know he is. So I sing from a different place now. saying goodbye to the past and not hating the past at the same time, letting it make you into a better person. Choosing to not be bitter, moving forward with your life.
It was delightful to have you and Jonas here this morning. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Fred.
Really good.
Wow,
that was good.
really